Give it a couple minutes here to let everybody get notified. I should have got something to drink before I hit the live button. Yeah, we'll give it a few minutes. How's the weather in Florida, Kevin? It is Tuesday. Princess Mel, how are you? Mike, how's it going? You want to go by Mike or Michael? I know some people have a preference. I was born Charles, but everybody calls me Charlie. Unless I'm in trouble. Or I'm at the doctor's office, then everybody just calls me Charles. Um, Today is the Mondayest Tuesday in a while. That good or that bad? Because it was okay today, but compared to usually the day after holidays isn't very good. Michael, okay. Don't think I asked before. That's why I asked. Big three, how's it going? I am fantastic, says Mel. One shift left at Cracker Barrel. You must have raised quite a stink if they decided not to go through with what they were going through with last week when we were live. That in itself, the fact that it came out and then they reversed course, that happened really quick. No walk-in. What's going on? Yesterday was my 1 year anniversary for not being a platinum dasher. Well, congratulations, happy anniversary. What's my AR at right now? 52. When did I lose platinum? February? End of February? March, April, May, June, July, August. I got 6 months in. James, how's it going, man? How was Labor Day weekend? It was good. Saturday I didn't work. I didn't do any, or I went up to the mountain like I do every Saturday. Uh, Friday, I think Friday was okay. Was Friday okay? Or did I say screw it? I don't know. Now I have to go back and look at Friday. I probably did better on Spark Friday. I've been sticking around. I've been hanging out at Walmart at the right time to get the .com orders, and I think, with the exception of last, I think Thursday and Saturday, because I wasn't in town, uh, I've been getting them every day, and I've been taking them every day, with the exception of today. Today's one is just terrible. It was it was only 7 drop-offs, which was kind of nice, but the pay matched the number of drop-offs basically. It was like paying 51 and some change, and it was going 48 some odd miles. I'm not doing that one because then it would have been another. It would have put me in Kalama. It would have been 27, 16, and 6 is 22. Another 22 miles back on top of that, and traffic. I just decided not to take it. It worked out in my favor though. Let's see. Oh yeah, Friday. $66.98. That was the .com order, and then I did another $30 curbside order, so 97 $97 on Spark on 2 orders on Friday. And then, well, you guys saw yesterday how Sunday was. It's pretty nice. So, who else had a good Labor Day weekend? Steve, what's going on? Yvonne, how are you doing? Warren, what's going on? Still hot here and raining every day. Be glad when our rainy season be over sometime this month into next. They discussing her demise. I would imagine, yeah. You don't get to. You generally don't get to screw up that bad and keep your job. Generally, you would have loved the shopping order I had. And shopping right. Ooh, do tell. It was pretty woke of them to not offend their customers and change back. Yeah, I applaud them for actually listening. A lot of companies don't listen, they just do what they're going to do no matter what. And when they go, "Oh, we've had amazing feedback," it's because you asked your employees and your friends and your family. They're going to tell you what you want to hear. You give anybody enough money, they'll tell you what you want to hear. It has nothing to do with whether the idea is actually good or not. Gonna text you a link. Add your name too. If you, I will do that. Yeah, send me the link. I'm not sure if you sent it to me this weekend. Did you? My phone has been all kinds of messed up. Don't even get me started on my cell service. My Spark app froze, wouldn't load. All my other apps worked. Well, DoorDash, anything that was pulling my GPS signal was having issues. But I'm looking at my phone. I have full bars. So I don't know. I know US Cellular just got officially taken over, or is officially now a part of T-Mobile. So it would not surprise me if T-Mobile kind of puts the brakes on US Cellular customers and gets them off of US Cellular and actually directly onto T-Mobile. There's a conspiracy theory for you. Fridge section was down and could not get 5 items and had unassigned. Yeah, I would have had an assign. As long as if you go in and you do the unassigned, hopefully you probably did it the right way. You can do the worry-free unassigned for a long wait. Technically, it's going to be a long wait for them to, get whatever fixed so you can get those items. So you're technically not lying. Max, what's up, brother? How you doing? Dad, how are you? What day was it you made almost 207 hours? That was Sunday. We made $217.32 in 7 hours and 20 minutes, I think. It was actually a really nice, it was pleasant surprise, especially as few of orders that I had to do it. Was it 5 orders total? 2 DoorDash and 3 Spark. Yeah, those are the kind of numbers I like. If I could just do $40 orders all day, every day. Granted, you might be lucky and get 3 done. Corey, how you doing? Today was all right for it being a Tuesday and the day after a holiday. It was okay. Sporadic hours made 400 over Labor Day weekend. Nice. Yeah, part of me, I was like, oh, there was that FOMO, the fear of missing out, and that's something I'm working on, getting rid of. Sorry, I just saw a Tesla truck. They're not pretty. Mary, how are you doing? Fatih, how are you doing? Yeah, there's probably some Irish in me. There is. There is. Irish, German, Scottish. I think I'm a Heinz 57. I'm pretty sure I have a little bit of everything. Yeah, and only the red hairs on the face. I don't know why. Make it make sense. Spend 530 for strut repair and new door handle. Ouch. I haven't done struts before. Probably gotten drunk and strutted around, but I've never never done struts. Gonna have to change that. It's something I need to learn to do. James, I have U.S. Cellular, and I've had them for 11, 12, 11 years. Yeah, 11 or 12 years now. Never had an issue until now. I was never a yes man. I was afraid to tell my bosses when they were being stupid. At first, they appreciated it. Eventually, they would get real tired of me. Warren, same. Or I'd come into work and we'd be trying to like come up with the solution to a problem, and I would come up with it, and the manager would slowly got tired of that. They thought I was just trying to take their job. Like, I do not want to have your job. I like my job. Decent pay, no responsibility. So I have T-Mobile, no problem so far. Deb, I think I think it's just like an issue with T-Mobile and US Cellular. Like there's something clashing, maybe. I don't know. Uh, Ryan, what's up? Your eyes match your shirt. Nice. Oh, I guess they kind of do, don't they? Marty, what's up? Just had a transmission fluid exchange, $200. Fool. You're still waiting for that? Yeah, I'll get on that. I'll get on those feet pics. Jay wanted me to tell you I'll catch your live later. He apologized. No worries. I know. I know got he's got his thing going on right now. Norris, how's it going? I'm trying to. It says a message got deleted, but I'm not even seeing the message or what the message was. That's weird. $25 batch pay is crazy, especially on DoorDash. Oh, it's insane. I think that's the highest I've seen it. Absolutely nuts. I've only had one other offer ever that paid even anywhere close to that. And I think it was a 50. No, it was a 49. I think it was like a $49 40 item shopping order back in Nebraska, and even then, the base pay on that was only $9 because he tipped me 40. And I remember it being 40 because I went, dang, that dude really did not want to have to go shopping. But yeah, that $25 base pay on Door, $25 base pay anywhere is insane. I see it a little more often on Spark orders, but no, not DoorDash. It's like seeing Bigfoot and an alien riding a unicorn. Go back to work tomorrow. Mary, did you take today off? Serge, what's going on? Made 310 on Spark, 10 hours. Nice. Spark, you can consistently, depending on your market, you can consistently make about $30 an hour. Meant to say earlier, but I didn't get notifications you were live. Didn't know if it was a YouTube glitch or what. YouTube is a glitch. I don't know what's going on. The notifications haven't been going out, so I I wish I had the money and started my own YouTube. That would be nice. LOL, Charlie struts, drunk strutting. Now that would be a sight. I got the links for it. We were on your channel looking and didn't even see your live about to start or anything. That is really weird. Yeah, and Michael's like, I said it first. You two are definitely married and meant for each other because you guys are like synced. Warren has Boost Mobile. They run off the T-Mobile network. Also have Xfinity Internet at home, so I can connect to any Xfinity Wi-Fi hotspot. Nice. That definitely helps, unless Xfinity's internet goes down. Max, you got the notification? It's it was a bad comment. Uh, I don't get offended, so Connie, how are you doing? No habla español. El número dos. Someone. Okay. 2 days off. How dare you take 2 days off, Mary? I did the other day. I took Thursday off and then I took Saturday off. I still did things. If I'm awake, I basically have to be doing something. I did get delayed on the store, the website, the sticker decal store, because the decals are taking a lot longer than I thought they would. I'm dealing with AI, so and not by my choice. It's Shopify. It's built in. So I will have it done this week, removing backgrounds and crap, so it doesn't look like a 3-year-old took any pictures. Sir says, I live in Bentonville, Arkansas, home of Walmart. Everyone here works and shops at Walmart. I wonder how they have any Spark drivers then. Technically, if you worked for Walmart any time in the last however long, you're not supposed to, not allowed on Spark. That way it keeps their drivers, or it keeps their employees from quitting to be Spark drivers. But you can quit being a Spark driver and go work at Walmart. That's accepted. Not the other way around though. No chicken legs? No, I got nice calves. What can I say? DK, what's going on? C-Dub. Guys, I kind of miss door dashing a little bit. Never thought I'd say that. I feel like you need. How dare you say that? It's kind of like DoorDash is kind of like seeing a bad car accident. You know it's bad. You know you shouldn't look, but you can't help yourself. That's DoorDash. Captain, what's up? You look pretty cheesed. I look cheesed. I'm pretty Gouda. Kimberly, how are you doing? Welcome in from Maryland. Home of the Terrapins. It felt like skipping school. DK, I don't know what you need help with. Torres, what's going on? James says, well, not me. It's hard packing, but I'm in a room. That's the hardest. Knock it out and the rest will be easy. Man got a crush on Kim. You're gonna have to specify. There's a lot of Kims on this planet. And all of a sudden, I'm caught up on chat. Rich, what's going on? Dad, I am not dashing. Average amount of rent in Nebraska? Oh, Jesus. It's gotten a lot more expensive. If you live outside of Lincoln, it's a whole lot cheaper. Like a whole lot cheaper. Obviously, then you have to commute though. You have to drive into Lincoln to work. But I knew people that did that. Really depends on what part of Nebraska. Speaking of, it looks like somebody who's from Nebraska, at least the way they're driving. Um, Lincoln and Omaha are the most expensive, but you get outside of, there's a lot of very small towns outside of Lincoln that are within a 10-minute drive. There's Valparaiso, there's Denton, Bennett. It's a lot cheaper outside of Lincoln. I'm ready for that Sunday NFL money. It's going to be good. It is going to be really good. Um, as far as teams, sorry, I'm still trying to think of rant. As far as teams, uh, don't hate me. Cowboys fan, Michael knows. Um, I grew up a Dallas Cowboys fan, and I actually grew up in Washington State, so um, hometown or home team was the Seahawks. Now I'm back 20 some odd years later. So those are my two teams. It used to be a lot easier to root for both of them because the Seahawks used to be in the AFC and the Cowboys NFC. Now they're both in the NFC. And Yvonne is a Steelers fan. Michael says, "Oh, some smack talk in that house tonight. Sundays in your guys' house has got to be fun." Mm, are they playing each other this year? I don't think they were playing this year. I was gonna say if they were, that's gonna be fun. I'd like to be a fly on that wall. Steelers fan, who do you hate more, Ravens or Raiders? That's a good question. That Rich, that was a really good question. Oh, Justin Tucker. I feel like I'm just gonna open this live up to you guys. You guys want whatever you guys want to talk about. Am I crinkling paper? Oh no, water. That was water. I'll hit the mute button next time. Oh, Fields. Yeah. Oh man, 41 Eagles. Man, that's hard. That is really hard. No worries, Mary. I got it. Okay, so now I this is how I have to solve the problem of who I hate more is if if it were the Eagles and the 49ers playing each other and I had to root for one of those two teams, what team would I root for? Oh my god. I'd have to go with the Eagles, and it just comes down to their head coach. I mean, they're the Eagles fan base isn't any better. There's a lot of 49ers fans around here, at least they're civil. I know Philadelphia Eagles fans, and this is no joke because there's a Cowboys sports writer that I follow here on YouTube, and he watched it happen. He had it happen. He was on the bus when it happened. A Philadelphia Eagles fan threw a beer can at their bus, at the Dallas Cowboys team bus. This is like 10 years ago. The Eagles fan didn't even drink the beer. He didn't even open the beer. He chucked an unopened beer at the opposing team's bus. Like you couldn't crack it open and take a drink. Like it makes more of a mess. But no, if it comes down, yeah, I gotta say I hate the Eagles more. I just don't like Sirianni. I feel like Nick Sirianni would be he looks like he'd be the kind of used car salesman that would sell you a lemon, knowingly sell you a lemon, and then when you had it towed back in 3 hours later, he would look at you and go, "What do you want me to do about it?" I feel like that I could be totally wrong, but that's my reasoning. Uh, I seem to be Mary, you're a bird whisperer? I want a video on that. Marion, how are you doing? If Charlie comes and visits me in Chicago, he will be a Bears fan for one Sunday. Yeah, why did y'all trade Justin Fields? I think the Bears and the Jets, and I'm not knocking the Bears on this, but between the Bears and the Jets, y'all are trying to set the Guinness World Record for how many quarterbacks we can go through in a 25-year period. Ellen, how are you doing? Ravens are up there on the top teams. I hope lose every game ever. They don't lose every game, but they lose the ones that matter. I don't know why. Can't quite finish. I wish I could stay. Mel, no worries. Yes. Hey, trust me, I get the whole moving and packing thing. It's not fun. So I hope it goes smoothly for you. I would never throw my beer can at the Cowboys bus. I can't say that I wouldn't think about it though, says Yvonne. Am I living in my car again? No. Nice name, by the way. That I haven't seen that one before. It's clever. I like it. Not gonna say it, but I like it. It's clever. Unicorn, who do Steeler fans root for? Oh yeah, there are. Forget how many teams are on the East Coast. Like all together. Kimberly, how are you doing? Chicago is always known to get rid of good players. Yeah, at least y'all kept Walter Payton. Charizard, I do not have platinum. I'm at silver, and it's only by I think I'm at 52 right now. Quinn, what's going on? I'm in southwestern Washington, the Vancouver area. Vancouver, Washington, not BC. How many cars have I owned during gig work? When I started doing gig work, I had an '09 Dodge Avenger. I'd already had a lot of miles on it when I started doing gig work, so I'm not counting that one. Uh, then I have the Chrysler 200. I got that in 2017 and got rid of that last year. Or did I get that in 28? No, I got that in 2017. And then, yeah, this car. So, well, even with the Avenger, with three cars. And I would say, well, technically, most of the miles on the Avenger were also delivery because I was working at Papa John's. Man, that's a lot of miles delivering. 183. Oh, wait, no, I didn't have that for that long. 120. 123, 55. Oh, I did have that other. I did drive a loaner car for about a month. I'm not going to count that though. I'll count the miles. Um, I would say altogether, I've probably driven about 500,000 miles in 10 years of gig work. Probably a little less, but do I advise keeping silver or gold? Um, if you're in an area where you have to schedule, I would recommend keeping silver just because you're able to get early access to scheduling. So since I'm silver, I got to schedule for or what Tuesday, so Monday. I got to schedule my hours for next Monday this afternoon. If I was not silver, if I was below 50%, I'd have to wait until midnight. So there'd be less time available. So I would recommend at least trying to stay silver if you need to. If you're in an area where you can get on any time of day or night, I don't think it really matters. And if you want to play around with it for a week, what I would recommend doing is schedule out. Because once your time is scheduled, it's scheduled. If your time is scheduled and then you fall out of the tier program, then your hours are still there. So schedule them out a week. Schedule as many hours as you can, and then go screw off for like 2 days. Play around. Give yourself enough time though scheduled that you know you can get back up if you need to. Do I have a game plan out of gig work? I think a good plan for you is to do documentaries of nature and finding antiques in different cities. Hmm. I feel like I feel like I probably should have some kind of plan. I don't know. I feel like we probably should all of us should have some kind of plan. I kind of just take life as it comes. I don't get I don't let life run me over. I end up running it over. But when opportunities happen, I generally try to take advantage of them. Warren grew up in Wisconsin, where priests would rush through mass to end early if the Packers were playing. So that was a real thing. It didn't just happen in Texas. Earl, what's going on? Did you buy them cash or financed? Uh, Initially, well, technically, I'm still financing, but I've been building credit because I'm 38. Yeah, I'm 38. I had to think about that for a second. I did dumb crap when I was younger and like really like trashed my credit. So I financed, and one of the things about financing, and the bank does know what I do, is I have gap insurance. So if something does happen, gap insurance covers what the regular insurance doesn't. Plus, in the gap insurance, I think my first two accidents, I don't have to pay my deductible. They pay my deductible for me. And if the car, say I get into a really bad accident and the car gets totaled, Gap does what Gap does by coming in and covering what is, you know, owed after what insurance isn't going to take care of, or what insurance does take care of. But this Gap insurance also provides me with it's either $1,000 or $1,500 cash down as per replacement vehicle. So appreciate it, Eric. And really anymore, I would only feel safe probably. No, I would only feel safe financing if you're going to finance a vehicle, financing a Toyota or a Honda, because those are long established and they have such a good reputation of going 250, 300, 350, 400,000 miles. You're definitely going to get your money out of it, and you're definitely going to have it paid off before the car dies. Mavs, Spurs, or Rockets. I haven't. I fell out of the NBA when my Sonics moved to Oklahoma. It's not the best for you because I generally do care about you. I appreciate that, Marion. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. I'm trying to think of what anything. Some of it I'm keeping under wraps because we're just gonna it's gonna make for really cool videos. I did tell you guys about my rock, or I showed you guys my rock in the video I think it was last Monday. We're out looking for stuff from the eruption. Death is my exit plan, says Warren. I want to die peacefully in my sleep like my grandpa did. and not screaming like his passengers. Oh, that's a classic. I love it. What kind of car would you buy mint condition from your years as a teenager or any part of your life? If I could have my first car back, now that I know how to work on cars, I would probably want that back. It was a '88 Pontiac Firebird Sport, had the T-tops. Um, I had the V6 instead of the V8, so I mean, it still had get up and go, but it also still got decent gas mileage. Or the '72 Chevy Cheyenne Camper Special with the 8.5 foot bed and the 400 big block under the hood that I learned to drive in and learned how to parallel park in. Yeah. Rich says I want to like Tatum, but he's a Celtic. What about you, Michael? What would be your car? 25 Camry hybrid. I love it. That's gonna last you a long time. Marion said for cars, her dad told her never go wrong with Toyotas or Hondas. Yes, and I had my mechanic who did the starter on my previous vehicle told me the same thing. He's like, next time, get a Toyota or a Honda. They're the only two that have not like screwed everything up. I can appreciate that. Am I droopy? No, I don't believe so. I might be sleepy. I'm definitely not Doc though. Appreciate that, Michael. Never had an issue, just basic oil, and they're easy to work on. Well, the first thing I did when I got this before I even test drove this, I'm like, pop the hood. I'm like, starter, battery, alternator, serpentine belt, air filter. There's the dipstick. I'm like, I can actually get to everything. Then I test drove it and went, yeah, I'll take it. Don't don't get any cars with CVT transmission. I don't even know what this has on it. Go to my Chrysler might have had a CVT. Go-to vehicle bought coming out of the Navy is the '84 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. Oh yeah, those were nice looking cars. Now, if I could think of any, no, I'm not going to go down that road. If I go down that rabbit hole, this video's over. Um, Ventura, circa 1970s, fire engine red. Her name, the ticket magnet. Oh, I bet. 1970 Chevy Bel Air with a 350cc V8 was Warren's first car. On a good day, got 7 miles per gallon. You also paying like 7 cents a gallon, so fuel efficiency didn't matter. And weren't the tanks a lot bigger back then too? I feel like most tanks were like 20 to 25 gallon tanks. They didn't do little. Oh, what's that got in there? 12 gallons. Where's that going to get you? Maybe to the next town. Truth says B58. All right. First car. Ellen's first car was a 91 Toyota Celica. Hey, those were cool looking cars. Rich says, Charlie, bro, no homo. I love your eyes. Wish I had green eyes. Oh, well, thank you. I guess apparently they're really popping because of the color shirt I'm wearing. Green or blue. It depends on my mood. It really does. Well, thank you, Alan. Yvonne's first car was a 99 Dodge Neon. I feel like everybody that I knew had a Dodge Neon, at least before I moved to Nebraska, and then I don't think I saw one for like the first 6 months I was there. Apparently, it was where Dodge Neons went to die. What makes Charlie eye candy to the ladies? Thank God I have these eyes then. If I didn't have these eyes, I wouldn't get complimented. Yvonne, oh my God. I could just see Yvonne doing that. In a lowrider. Michael says mine's always brown no matter what my mood. You can stay a little more stoic than I can then. It's harder to read. Um, Warren says I think I had a 25-gallon tank before I got my deal. Gas was typically around 24.9 after. Oh yeah. Oh, I know it was around $1 a gallon for seemed like forever. Then everybody said we need to tax the gas more because we need to pay for everything. The Greg says, Coach JB, I've been working all day. I need somebody to what's going on with Coach JB? I've seen it. I looked at social media for like 2 seconds and I saw Coach JB this and Coach JB that. I don't know what's going on. So please, somebody in her chola hoop earrings. I'm getting a very vivid picture in my head now, Yvonne. Do I don't know. They can if you guys want to. The mighty cucumber has a question. Marion says her eyes are brown, but when she looks at the sun, they have some green because her mom's eyes are blue. Uh, eye color is a weird thing because my dad's got brown eyes, my mom's got blue eyes, and then I came with unique eyes. I have this like yellow, weird. It's like the outline of the sun. It's really weird. Don't tell hubby he thinks I'm sweet and innocent, says Yvonne. Not saying anything. Eyes are the sight glass to the soul. My brown ones make it clear my septic tank is pretty full. Oh, God, Warren, you can't take yourself anywhere, can you? It's okay, I can't either. Michael says, what did I miss? I'm not supposed to say. So you just have to scroll back. Some people thought I wore color contacts, but the weird thing, my mom and dad and brother wear glasses and I don't. Yeah, it's genetics and families, and that's all kinds of weird. Sometimes I feel like I know my mother gave birth to me, but sometimes I look at other members of my family and go, is one of us adopted? Low flying airplane. I'm trying to do a live here. Yeah, I'm staying out of the. No, I kind of get put. Yvonne and Michael kind of put me in the middle when they're both, watching me on different phones. But then Yvonne goes, "Don't tell hubby he thinks I'm sweet and innocent." Then Michael comes back and goes, "What did I miss?" Ah, that got my mom to say something. I know I wasn't adopted. Ellen is blind without contacts or glasses. I don't know if you ever said anything or if I've ever asked, do you have siblings? I have one sibling. I have one younger brother who is 4 years younger than me. Did I feel like I'm missing it? I did. What the? John said peace. I didn't even see that. I'm gonna guess love wins. How are you doing? See, I don't know what's going on because I got comments that got like Yvonne removed comments, and usually I can go in and I can see them. I can't see them now, and now I have comments popping up that weren't there before. So whoever Sidway sent 100 gift thing or emoji. I didn't even have that pop up. Mary, thank you for that. Mary sent one. Thank you. Yeah, I got like comments that are just. I miss one comment every once in a while. I don't miss that many comments. There's something going on. Yeah, because did DoorDash just take over YouTube? Is that what's going on? All right, we went out the other night. We did a DoorDash. It's almost 11 p.m. Meet at the door customer, tipped 4 in the app and told me to wait. Comes out with $6 more. Hubby just looked at me and smiled and said, "You make that money." Yeah, see? I wouldn't I can't say that. If I would've walked up to that male customer, I would not have gotten an extra $6. I did walk up to a female customer yesterday, scanned their ID because it was an alcohol order. As she's trying to find her ID, she's like, "I'm so sorry. Don't get old. This sucks. Getting old sucks." And I'm looking at her, I'm like, she looked like she was about my age. She's like, "I'm almost 50. This is just," I'm like, I needed that little kid in the back seat to go, "Booze," because I'm just like, I've met women my age that look like they're 50, and Ellen's another one. Ellen does not look her age. I don't, but yeah, so just casually, I was just like, "Wow, you really don't look your age." Um, just need a signature. I get to my car, confirm. I didn't even make it a block down the street. $2 extra $2 tip on top of the $7 that she already tipped. I was like, okay, cool. Pop up comments. Um, American. Something's not right with YouTube. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Uh, oh, well, it's duplicating a lot of comments. Capped, what's going on? It says make that money, Brash. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's duplicating comments. I go back and there's comments that weren't there before because I am always I don't miss when new people come in and like Love Wins stopped in. I didn't see that comment. The comment wasn't there. Uh, I don't know what's going on. So if somebody's commenting and I don't recognize you, I'm not ignoring you. I just there's a good chance I'm not seeing your comment. 10 minutes from now, when I scroll back up, I will probably see your comment because Door, DoorDash, yeah. YouTube is acting like DoorDash. Warren says, "Hand it to me." Customer opened the door and a cat that passed me into the house. I almost asked if that was her cat until I noticed she was. Oh God! Definitely would not have brought up her cat. I'd have done it in some Forrest Gump voice. You ain't got no pants on. That was terrible. Uh, oh God, Mom says her or the cat. The customer. Cap says had a woman open the door in her robe one time while I was snapping the picture for a leave it door. That has got to be the worst possible timing ever. here you are dropping off the order, and she thinks you're a peeping Tom. I haven't had any weird. Uh, mm, other one incident at Papa John's when I was working there. Um, oh no, there was one time I was. This was long before I was doing YouTube. I pulled up in front of an apartment building in an apartment complex. One of those big buildings that they have two doors and they're both the same number, and the customer just says, "I'll be down in a minute." You don't get to ask them, "Hey, left door or right door?" Like, so I was parked in the middle. Was I waiting for the customer? I see movement out of the corner of my eye, and I look, and there's a woman walking topless in her own living room, but she came right up to the sliding glass door of her patio. And I went, "You live in an apartment complex. You didn't, with the blinds open? Like, there's always people walking by, there's always cars coming by." She lived right around the corner from the leasing office. I don't know if she was an adventurous woman or if she wasn't all completely there, because close the blinds. There is, it feels like there's a full moon tonight. Translation would be, "I am from Afghanistan. Please help me." Well, there's your issue. You just misgendered me. Cinemax lead me very wrong about what the life of a delivery guy would be. Ellen says maybe she's a, hey, maybe she is a nudist. I just would not walk out in front of a sliding glass door that way, especially if I lived on the ground floor of a very big, very busy apartment complex. I am also not a nudist though, so that may be it. Speaking of apartments, says Michael, an apartment complex have no rhyme or reason on how they configure. No, they don't. They might go one, two, three, four. They might go around in a circle, and then the inner circle is back to where the first one began. See, even trying to explain it, it doesn't make sense. Uh, maybe they just throw darts at a giant alphabet. Need a building number for the letter for that one. D. Next one. Z. There's one down by the hospital near Salmon Creek that I think it goes A B C D E F G H I J, and it just goes from left to right, and then it starts back over the left to right, then it goes up another one left to right, and then all of a sudden, once you get to Z, you go one building over to Z, and it goes double A, double B, double C, double D, double. I'm just like, yeah, y'all could have just went with numbers. Building one, building two. Apartment complexes are funny. There are some, depending where you're at, if you go in to the office and tell them, "Hey, I'm a delivery driver. I'm in here weekly. Do you happen to have a map that you could show me of this apartment complex?" And then just snap a picture so you have it on your phone. And then next time you go in there, if it's a new building or whatever, you can go. Yesterday, I was dropping up a order on Spark, one of the .com drop offs, and it was going to a trailer park, or an RV park, technically. And just as I'm pulling in, I'm looking, trying to find the spot numbers. And if any of you guys have ever been inside of an RV park, you guys know understand what I'm saying, how difficult it is sometimes to find those numbers on the spots because sometimes they're not even facing the road. And so I was like, I just started. I'll pull right up to the office. What to do anyway? If they're like, oh, everyone must check in, I kind of respect that because they want to keep the riffraff out. And but I'll stop and I'll be like, hey, I have a package. It's going to this spot number. Can you point me there? And then sometimes it's just quicker to ask. I am from Saudi Arabia. I came from my mother. Warren says he's taking pictures of guide signs. Another good idea. Some apartment complexes have them, some don't. If you go to one that doesn't, then you might stop by the office. And I am doing well. What we got? Another one. Oh no, Scotty's okay. Wait, now I can see that message, but I could. Sorry, frustrated with YouTube. Scotty's okay. Scotty's okay. Did we? Is Scotty still here? How buggy is the new app update? DoorDash sucks. Spark sucks. Spark is the money's been good, but the app has sucked. They since the Spark app updated like 3 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago when they updated it. Whatever they did, it sucked, and they still haven't fixed it. I don't even want DoorDash update. Oh, fun. I didn't. Did I take any? No, I turned on DoorDash and then I declined a couple really bad offers, and then got a good offer on Spark, and I just ended my dash there. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna use Spark today. It's a short day anyway. Hoop Sender is active, says Michael, and he's already got his Del Tacos. Mary, thank you for the happy poop. Yvonne, it's okay. Yeah, Scotty's good. Is Scotty still here, or did Scotty go away? Uh, Ms. Crowder, how are you doing? Uh, see, interest topic sounds like an interesting topic I've come across. We talk look how we go through so many topics. Yeah, feel free. Basically, it's like almost an open forum. Do you guys want to talk about something? We'll talk about it. We got about 15 minutes left. 2 minutes if I don't plug my phone in right now. Um, there. Michael says, you should see his complex. Been there almost a year and didn't realize there were three pools. Plenty of RV parks in the villages in Central Florida. You didn't realize there were three pools? I Oh, DoorDash app. That's what I was doing. Why did it go? Technology's getting dumber. Ooh, I need to update it. All right, we're updating it. It's updating. Stuck. 75%. Some of the big ones have maps on their websites too. We're about to find out. Oh, hey, it updated. Cool. Spark glitches that have a black line over the thing. I have to click on to do anything. That is dumb. Mine, every time I go and to do a regular curbside order where I'm picking up two or three different orders, as soon as I hit that I have confirmed the code, the pin, and it switches for me to tap to scan the barcodes. As soon as I hit the confirm pin, I get that circle loading thing, and it will not go away. Doesn't matter if I'm connected to their internet or not. It will. It doesn't go away. I have to force close the app, click on it, wait like 30, 40 seconds for it to load and open, and then it'll work. But if I do a .com order and I confirm the pin and click that, it lets me scan right away. I don't know. It's been doing that for about 3 weeks. Let's see. It's updated. Do I see anything aesthetically different? Oh, my acceptance at 51%. Nothing there. Hmm. Not seeing anything in the tier program that's different. I don't know. Might have to wait till tomorrow to see. DoorDash update sucks bad. I can barely schedule full blocks in my area these days. What's going on, Hardy? Mary says she's platinum, practically have a panic attack on every delivery. That's not healthy. That's not healthy. I'm definitely a lot happier not being platinum. But yeah, don't. There's enough anxiety out here. Vaughn says she's on probation. If you are that was self-imposed. I didn't say you were on probation. Scotty! DoorDash has lost their minds on the app. Let the customers know you're waiting on an order after 1 minute past the pickup time. Yeah, it's like the customer. There's other topics I can talk about. Be fluent in English and very clear and carry on. Uh, Gig work, though, let me tell you. And I think a lot of you guys probably see that. Just those of you that have seen videos on this channel and the other channel, like I can tell I'm a bit different on the other channel than this one. Unicorn Michael's at 19%. Yvonne is at 10%. Mary's is down to 80%. Spark AR 43. Uber Eats 11. DoorDash 23 for Michael. Also looks like if you click the little timer thingy for earn by time, it has different zones that are red and gray. Huh. Work also had me getting re-verifying myself multiple times throughout the day and then re-verify before a pharmacy. Yes, I had that happen today. I don't like doing pharmacy orders. Because a while back there was an issue with the tips that for some reason the tip would get put in twice. So you would say pick up a $10, say it, yeah, $10 pharmacy order, and it's got $8 base, $2. You get it dropped off. 24 hours later, your tip's processed, and it's $1. And you're like, what the heck? It said two, and I only got one. It was an actual glitch in the Spark app. It was doubling the tips, but only for pharmacy orders. And I also don't like having to verify before I pick up and after I pick up. On those pharmacy orders, it's a pain in the butt. But I actually had it happen today on a regular curbside order, and I find that annoying at the end on the drop off because it's like if you don't start right away, you may be deactivated. It's like I'm not going to park. I'm not going to stay parked in the customer's driveway or in front of their house just to go through this stupid identification verification. Yeah, I accepted the order. I confirmed that I arrived at Walmart. You had me take my picture then. It kinda says I'm the one at the store picking it up, doesn't it? I don't understand it. I genuinely don't understand it. We'll move the sun out of my eyes for the last 3 minutes. Joe, what's going on? Whole life is this living an alter ego vicariously on the web channel. There's worse things. PIN numbers on DoorDash is getting a bit annoying as well. Walmart does have PIN. They do have a PIN verification for hand to customer orders. And what I like about that is the PIN is always different. Walmart or Spar, they're one and the same, will send a code via text message or email to the customer that they have to give to the Spark driver. Not the last four digits of their phone number like DoorDash and Uber use. So it keeps the delivery drivers honest as well. Because at some point, if I deliver to somebody and they have a PIN and they're using the last four digits, I'm just going to wait for their order next time. It's going to be the same four digits. That would be how somebody would take somebody else's food. It's not something I would do, but it would be. So Walmart is actually doing it the right way by sending a random four-digit code that's never the same. So I can applaud Walmart for that. Want to wait 10 minutes? If you wait 10 minutes for an order and deliver in 10 minutes late, DoorDash says you were 20 minutes late with the order. And I also lost the ability to do math. No more earn by no more earn by time. And Mary, let's be honest, DoorDash never had the ability to do math. How many times do we get half pay on a $10 order and our half pay is seven? Cindy, how are you doing? Oh, Yvonne, thank you for the golden poo. Uh, things I never thought I'd say on YouTube. Thank you, Cindy. Yvonne had an amazing DoorDash offer. I don't know how must have been a Twilight Zone moment. $24 shop and pay, 9 miles, 6 items. Yeah, it's not bad. I would. I'm not a huge fan. I'm like super picky about miles. I think it's because the area of the zone that I'm in, uh, there's only so many miles I'll go out of zone, and it's easy for me to go out of zone because all I have to do is go west, east, or north. About 5 minutes, and I'm out of zone. The only way I stay in zone is if I go south. So I'm kind of picky, but 24 for 9 miles, 6 items. You probably have that done in 30 minutes. I'd do it. No worries, Mary. Cindy says, especially out in the country when I have almost no cell connection. Yes, and around here that happens a lot. Mostly tall trees, and I love the trees, so I'm not gonna bash on the trees. Still not fun. Just means I should do something else. Oh, it wasn't golden poo, it was happy, okay, but it looked all gold. Let's just be honest, if your poop looked gold, I'd go see a jeweler and a doctor. DoorDash Scotty says DoorDash really needs to copy Instacart's method on shopping orders or Sparks and start making sense. They really do. All of these apps, with the exception of DoorDash, have shown that there's these things can be done. Why DoorDash isn't doing them is beyond me. They always try to copy these other apps on things that make no sense at all. But the things that do make sense, DoorDash is like, yeah, we don't need to do that. Why would we do that? I don't know, because maybe it makes sense. When I tap on an item and I'm doing a shopping order in Walmart on Spark, it doesn't just tell me the item in the aisle number, it tells me the section and the spot number as well. It can be done. And not every Walmart is laid out the same. Really not difficult, guys. Not sure about where you're at, but there's a person I've seen use two phones. It's crazy. I have two phones, but I only ever use one. My other phone, I usually have an audiobook going or I have YouTube going. Most of the time when I'm if I'm leaving if I'm going to be out of my zone, I'm just turning an audiobook on because at least when I lose cell service, the audiobook will still go. And there's really not many radio stations around here. Maybe I just need to go back to old school. Still have a CD player in my car. I do have some CDs. Maybe I should just go back and get more. Never buy a dual clutch transmission vehicles for Ford either. I just learned to stay away from Ford because if I wouldn't, if I'd either be found on road dead or I'd be that driver returning on foot. Do you have memberships available? I do have memberships available. I think there's two levels: Squirrel and Bigfoot or Sasquatch. I don't know where the tab is though, so I can't help you with that. Welcome back, Mary. When you read this and 10 other messages, you have caught up on my messages. I have caught up until I scroll back, and then there'll be new messages that weren't there before. Welcome back, Mary, says Ellen. Dale Gribble says Ford stands for fix it again, Tony. Dale Gribble. I'm going to go watch some King of the Hill now. Conspiracy. It's all a conspiracy. I press buttons until home works. Something works. Okay. I if one of you guys can, I don't know, is there a way to? I don't have a way to do it. Furious Cow, what's going on? Happy birthday. You're driving a Subaru, not a diesel. You that sounded like a diesel, didn't it? That sounded like a diesel truck. That was a Subaru. All right. You guys, I didn't even realize it was 7:30. It's after 7:30. I gotta go get some food. Memberships though. Can somebody help out Yvonne and Michael? I don't know where the button is. Snap. There we go. Yeah, I don't have anywhere to. Yeah. I will get it figured out. I will leave a comment on one of your comments. But you guys all have a good night. I will have the stickers in the decal shop up and going by this weekend. I promise. I appreciate everybody's patience on that. I had some issues last week, but Marion, have a great night. Always good to see you. Appreciate all of you guys for stopping in, hanging out. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, but if you do, name it after me. As long as it's a cute baby and not a dog. We will see you guys back here on Friday.